Amritpal Singh. This is what he's about. He's about waking up fools like me and saying, look, your life's not about work. It's not about just nonsense. It's not about the daily grind. It's about serving humanity. People are suffering in the world. People are suffering. Give yourself to humanity. Fight for righteousness. They've taken him. But he's happy to give his life. He's happy to give his life because he's waking us up. So basically what's going on here right now is a massive protest against the Indian government and the police in Punjab, because the Sikhs, we live in Punjab. We're about 30 million people strong in Punjab, right? And our philosophy as Sikhs, S-I-K-H, our religion believes in equality between all people, freedom between all people, brotherhood of all mankind. So as you know, living in the West, we have our gurdwaras, which provide langar. Langar is free food for everybody. Be you poor, be you rich, be you a millionaire, a billionaire, or a pauper, it doesn't matter. If I call you my brother, you my sister, until we break bread together, we put that philosophy of equality into practice, then we can actually experience equality and brotherhood. Now, why that's important and relevant is because in Punjab, even the Sikhs are a minority state, minority people there, and the government knows that we're powerful because it's our duty due to our Guru, which is our leader, which is our the embodiment of God on earth. They have bestowed upon us this responsibility to take care of all of humanity. So, for example, if I consider this lady my sister, if I saw somebody killing my sister or hurting my sister on the street, I wouldn't care if it's 100 guys, I'd jump in to save my sister. However, if that's my sister, maybe not by blood, if I see somebody hurting her or hurting you, as my responsibility as a Sikh is to help protect you with my life. So that's our philosophy. In India, as you know, they tout themselves to be one of the biggest democracies in the world. However, then they're anything but that. They want to suppress the voice of the little man, the little people, and they have flooded Punjab, our motherland, with drugs, alcohol, to kill the people. You know, just to destroy, decimate, basically fight a war without any bullets. And they've done everything to destroy us, right? And why do they want to destroy the Sikhs so specially? Is because of our philosophy of taking care of everybody. So, you know, you see us, we have these turbans and these beards, and we actually have weapons on us. They call it kirpan. The reason for that is because we're literally in the army of God. And what does God want? God simply wants freedom and protection for all. So that's our philosophy. So be you Hindu, be you Muslim, be you Christian, be you atheist, be you black, white, whatever you be, we're here to protect you, even if it costs us our life. And now, if you're an oppressive regime, be the government, and let me just tell you a bit about the government of India. And you know when Trump got elected, everybody said he was racist, X, Y, and Z, right? But Trump was really not a part of any overt racist organizations. Imagine if the KKK actually got one of their grand masters elected to become prime minister or president of the United States of America. That's exactly what's happened in India. Narendra Modi is literally a member of the RSS, which is an ultra-nationalistic Hindu party. Meaning, it's nothing against the regular Hindu people. Like, if you're a regular Hindu person, different religion than us, we love you as our brother and our sister. We all get along as brotherhood. But these guys, imagine like the KKK is representing the common man and the common woman and the common family in America. If the KKK say, we represent Christianity, which is the opposite of the truth. Narendra Modi, again, just to give you some context, was actually banned from coming to England, America, and all of the West. He was literally banned from coming here due to atrocities and crimes of war in his home state of Gujarat. The only way he was allowed to come to these countries is by becoming the prime minister of the nation. So that's the people that we're dealing with. We're dealing with RSS, right? And there's a propaganda machine, right? The media and the government working together. Now that is just a context to show you what is going on here. When I said to you that Punjab is being destroyed by drugs and alcohol, it's been funneled in, right? A lot of us have left Punjab in 1984. You can see this over here, this badge I'm wearing. It's of Sant Janel Singh Ji Khalsa Pindrawale. When I was 3 years old, this is in my lifetime. Basically, the Indian government attacked us at the Golden Temple, Harmandir Sahib, and decimated the Sikhs. It was our Holocaust. right? So you know we've all heard about the Jewish Holocaust, and our hearts go out to them, and we should learn about that, and we respect and never happen again. Same thing happened to us as Sikhs. A similar thing where they decimated us. In the holiest of holy days, on one of the anniversaries of our Sikh Gurus, they packed us into our Harmandir Sahib complex, and they killed thousands of us indiscriminately. And back then what they did was they made a big blackout, a media blackout, where even BBC journalists today, you can research it on the internet yourself, they were on the ground live saying, look, there's a blackout. No one can talk, communicate. There was no internet back then, but all the regular forms, radio, TV, nobody could communicate. And they killed tens of thousands of Sikhs indiscriminately, to the point where they destroyed many other Gurdwaras. They got prisoners out of prison and gave them the names of Sikh families and said, here's your batons, here's your gasoline, here's your tires, go and destroy them, kill them. That's what happened to us, and I'm telling you, it makes me want to cry that nobody knows about it. That's why a lot of the Sikhs left that country. This is about 40 years ago, and we all thought, you know what, things must have changed. Things must have changed, it must have got better. That was then, this is now. There's a man named Amritpal Singh. A year ago, he was completely clean shaven. He looked like your son. Each one of these guys, you see a picture of him, a beautiful haircut, clean shaven. Myself, 10 years ago, I was clean shaven, right? So I was not born like this. However, this guy, he felt the pain of what's going on. He felt his people being oppressed, the Khalsa Panth, and it hurt him inside, and he wanted to change his life, better himself, and he got blessed with the blessings of the Lord and walked the path of righteousness. And he was like making money. His family had money in Dubai. He could have been living in this special place, money in the luxury. He left it all, went back to Punjab. On the way into Punjab, they said, why are you here? He said, I want to be blessed with Amrit, meaning I want to become an initiated Sikh, meaning I want to leave the ways of the world, and I want to give myself to righteousness and my Guru, and serve humanity, serve the Khalsa Panth, and serve all the people. And he said, what else do you want to do? He said, I want to help others walk the path of righteousness too, right? And he comes into the country, and I'm telling you, he woke us up after generations. He came into a state where people are literally like suffering, mothers crying because their children are hooked on drugs and alcohol. The children themselves, teenagers, people 20, 30, 40 years old, are hooked on drugs and alcohol because it's been funneled into the country, and there's no education, there's no infrastructure. It's like, when you're trying to decimate a people, that's the situation there, right? You might have heard about a farmers' protest a couple of years ago. So this is not simply even a religious thing per se, this is more of a human rights thing, because farmers can be Hindu, Muslim, Christian, whatever it be, and they provide our food, but because they know that we provide the food there, they want to destroy that. So they made these draconian laws which takes the rights away from the common man to feed his family, and there was an uproar a couple of years ago, and the government, after much protest, backed down. And now the same thing a couple of years later, this guy, this brother of ours, this God-sent brother of ours, is there waking up the youth, getting them off drugs and alcohol. I can show you videos on the internet where they're coming up to him and say, look, help me get off of drugs, help me get off alcohol, I'll become a Gursikh. And they have programs, it is basically a blessing of the Lord. And within the tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, many thousands, the youth and all the people in Punjab are leaving drugs, leaving alcohol. Even in countries like England, America, Canada, people like myself that are otherwise aimless, that have no purpose in life, that feel that our lives are being whittled away, we see this message coming from the Guru and said, finally, we have a leader that would lead us the way. And I tell you, these hopeless people finally have hope in their lives. Even in the West, they're leaving gang life, they're leaving the bad things in life and saying, I want to be a productive member of society. So this brother, Amritpal Singh, because he's waking up a sleeping giant, the Indian government hates him and they want to kill him. So what they did was last Saturday on the 18th, they actually cordoned off the whole of Punjab. Punjab is a massive region in the north of India, right? They have like 80,000 police officers on the trot every day, no problem. Then they bring in extra police officers to get one man. They sent in everybody. They did an internet blackout, meaning your telephone does not work anymore. You can't contact anybody on the outside world. Do you understand? So and then they said that he went on the run, that his people went on the run, his brothers went on the run. This videotape, there's this, that, the other. Guess what happened to him? This is 3-4 days ago. They're saying he's disappeared. We can't find him. Could you imagine what a slap in the face of the government that is, that the whole government went after one man and they couldn't find that one man. They took all his brothers, all our brothers, all the other guys doing the good work, right? These are not gang members. These are not terrible people. These are our role models that are actually serving and protecting, that are willing to give their lives for humanity and righteousness, right? They arrested them all indiscriminately. Why the blackout? So the common people can't talk to each other and say this is wrong. About a week or two prior to this, they actually arrested one of Amritpal Singh's brothers, one of his crew members, right? And because there was no reason for the arrest, there was a massive protest, and Amritpal Singh and the Sangat, the congregation like this, actually went there to the police station and said, what have you done? They had a massive protest and they freed him. The government saw that because there was no feasible reason that this guy should have been arrested. He didn't commit a crime. Then they got him. They got yeah, freedom of speech. Julian Assange, if you're in Belfast, if you can hear us, Julian, please talk about the Sikh plight, Julian. Let the world know what the government is doing. Because I tell you guys, they have. If Assange is a freedom fighter, if he's a truthful person, we stand with truth. We don't care who's speaking the truth. I don't care if you're Hindu, Muslim, who you are. If you're joined to the truth, you're my brother. I'll die for you. That's what we're about, right? So the government machine, like, you know how we kind of look different, right? The government says these guys that look different, they're your enemies. These guys that look different, kill them because they want to kill you. They're calling us separatists. They think that we want to break up the state of India. Do you understand? They're telling their people, the other 1.6 billion, we're only like 2% of India, right? 30 million, you could call it, right? The other 1.6 plus billion people, the government and the media are feeding them the story that these guys don't like you, they want to separate the story. But really, we love the whole of the country. We don't want to fight anybody. We want everybody to live in peace, right? So Amritpal Singh, they took him, right? And now they're saying that he's on the run. He's on the run. But you know what's going to happen to him? They're going to disappear him. What that means is he'll be just vanished from the face of the earth. Or what they're going to do to him, right? What we believe they're doing to him right now is torturing him alive. But let me just also express this to you. What Amrit means immortal. When I told you he left Dubai and came to India and he got blessed with Amrit, which is immortal nectar, like a baptism ceremony or initiation ceremony, what we're symbolizing there and what happens in reality is we die. Myself, I died 10 years ago when I was blessed with Amrit. So that guy that was clean shaven, he said, this head is no longer mine, I give my life to the Guru. So Amritpal Singh, he's already dead, meaning that he's the walking dead. Meaning that if somebody comes and attacks you here today, because we're already dead, we have no problem giving our life for you. Because I'm just trying to express to you our philosophy and our mindset, because, you know, I've got young kids. I love my babies so much. I don't want to leave them whatsoever. It breaks my heart to think about it. But if something happens to you today, you're a lovely family, right? And if let's say something happens to your son, and I'm here, and I know it's my responsibility to give my life for him, and I don't do it, then I deserve a slap, and I need to be destroyed myself. But if I give myself for his son, your son, then my kids will at least be able to say, it's all right. So that's what we're about. We're about giving ourselves. Amritpal Singh, this is what he's about. He's about waking up fools like me and saying, look, your life's not about work. It's not about just nonsense. It's not about the daily grind. It's about serving humanity. People are suffering in the world. People are suffering. Give yourself to humanity. Fight for righteousness. They've taken him. They're going to kill him. But he's happy to give his life. He's happy to give his life because he's waking us up. He's waking us up. These people don't know what they've done. It's all injustice. It's complete injustice. You watch the news, and I don't blame the Hindu people, the Muslim, the people of India. They've been fed lies about us. They've been told that we want to destroy them, that we want to own country so we can do terrible things. But the exact opposite is the truth. We want to help the world. Where you remember Boko Haram happened? Remember those girls that got kidnapped by Boko Haram? Nobody went and helped them, right? Because there's no money in it. There's no oil in it. There's no benefit physically. Any country that goes to war, they only go to war under the pretense of what's in it for us. If America declared war, they have to say, what is in it for the American people? The Sikh nation, the Sikh army is there to say, what is in it for righteousness? Even if we're destroyed in the process. That's who we are. That's what we endeavor to do. That's where our people is from. That's why the government hates us. Because if the truth is they're oppressing the people, the common people, mind you, we're 2% of the population of Punjab, they hate us so much. And then they twisted the common person's thought to say that these people want to break it up. We're all brothers and sisters. Why do these people want to be separate? No. We want everybody to enjoy the flow, the glow of freedom. You know, these are innate, nothing special to us. We're not special people. This is a special philosophy, the innate human nature, freedom of expression, freedom of be who you are, freedom to live, freedom to eat, basic human rights. Women didn't have the right to vote 80 years ago, 100 years ago. Our Guru gave them the equal rights to humanity for 500 years ago. People, Sikhi was born in a country, in a nation 500 years ago where if I was on a lower caste than you, same color, brown, black, whatever it be, if I'm of a lower caste than you, my shadow falls on you, you want to kill me because I'm that low, untouchable. Our Guru said no one's higher, no one's lower. We're all equal. Our Guru said if you call them low, I want to go with them. I want to go with the low. This movement here, they've taken our brother, Amritpal Singh. They're most probably going to kill him. Let me just tell you this, guys, too, right? I told you about 1984. I just touched on it briefly, right? So they killed us by the tens of thousands on that one day, right? 2-3 days, they just killed us. Boom, 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 bullets. And then for months and years afterwards, any Sikh like myself that's speaking out, right? Or anybody that actually had a beard, turban, that looked like he might be walking the path of truth, they killed them, destroyed them. So you know what happened? All the rest of them got scared. The mothers got scared. You understand? The fathers got scared. They said, hey, I'd rather a live child than a dead child. Do you understand? They wanted the fear of humanity. They wanted the fear in them. Do you understand? And so we've been living under this fear for generations now. Why we're out here today is we just want to express to you what we're going through. And this does not take away the plight of anybody else. If we stand with Ukraine, if we stand with Rwanda, if we stand with what's going on in the Middle East, if we know all about that, we just want to voice our voices to let you know, hey, please, we'll be there for you. We want to be there for you, but just at least know what's going on. And I beg you, if you hear reports from the Indian government, the Indian news, you know, like when you hear Fox News, right? Fox News versus CNN. Fox will say it the way they want to. CNN will say it the way they want to. Straight propaganda. These news anchors in India right now, they're straight saying this guy was a terrorist, he was this, he was that, he was trying to take over. There's no proof of anything. In fact, the exact opposite is true. He's loved by mothers, grandmothers, children, everybody. Imagine the one savior that God sent us. And you know what, I'll tell you this too. He's not even special. We're not saying that he's special. You know what I'm saying? Our Guru blessed him that at least there's one piece of light, that there's one candle that's lit, and because there's so much darkness around, that one candle has made a massive impact. So I know that his sacrifice, even if he gets killed, if he dies, it's going to awaken all of us. It's going to wait. And you know what? Sikhi's not about brown people from India. My wife herself, she's Spanish. She's a better Sikh than I'll ever be because she wants to serve humanity. I learn from her every single day. She's actually dragging me through life, say, be a better person, do this. Our kids have to do X, Y, and Z. So we're not a closed off people. If somebody is a Christian, we want them to be a great Christian. If they're a Muslim, a great Muslim. If somebody is lost, please check out this path of meditation and connection. It's for you. And you can pick and choose. You can say, I like this meditation part, I can do this. And if you feel like becoming, anybody can become a Sikh. It's open arms. It's open arms brotherhood. So I think, I'm so sorry if I rambled. I just had a lot on my chest. I really thank you for listening. Do you guys have any questions in any capacity? Thank you. Yeah. Do you guys want to press comment on anything that we said today? How do you feel?
Thank you. Thank you for letting us know.
Thank you. Thank you for listening, my brother.
Thank you. Glad to listen. We support you guys.
We agree. We're all equal, all brothers, all sisters. So.
And where are you from, sir?
From the U.S.
What part of the U.S.?
From Idaho.
Idaho. Yeah. I used to live in Pennsylvania for quite a while. I went to high school out there, and so God bless you for coming here, and thank you so much for listening. And the reason that we're recording is because there's such propaganda out there, right? That we just want the truthful narrative to be said. So God bless you. Thank you very much.
If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share and subscribe. Please donate and help spread Guruji's message. Link is in the description below. WhyGuru Ji ka Khalsa, WhyGuru Ji ki Fateh.